Well, I just wanted to make a podcast about people, about their stories. Everybody's special. Welcome to Special Nobody.
Hello?
Hello. Well, you can't hear me. I can't hear you at all.
You can't hear me at all. Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
You're so cute. You always remind me of like Daria.
That's so on brand for me.
Yeah, it's so on brand. Do you love that?
I do, yes.
Okay, good. Hello. I always can tell when Zoe's been messing with this because it's like really loud. It's like, girl, take it down a notch. Okay. Hi, Jenna.
Hello.
Hello. I can't believe you're here. Like, I can't believe it. Jenna doesn't do anything for anybody. No, not like that. That sounded mean. I don't mean like that. I mean, like, you're busy. This is a privilege. This is a privilege. So I meant in an absolute good way. Okay. Are you healed? From Sedona, not like in life.
I mean, I had a really, so there were lots of things there were lots of reasons why I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened. I just woke up one day at the beginning of 2026 and was just like,
Done.
yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever I want from now on.
I love that.
And so I don't even know how I found Cathedral Rock. I just Googled Sedona because my coworker kept telling me to go. And then I found this super hard hike and I was like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. So I asked the internet what I should do to prepare for it.
Internet, what should we do to prepare?
Yeah, and it was like you got to train for it. Here's how you can train for it. And so I started with walking.
Right.
And then I started hiking like small hikes, and then I did these huge stairs in San Jose called Communications Hills.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went up and down those, and then I started training with the weight, and then before I know it, my trip was coming up, and then I went and I did Bell Rock and I did Cathedral Rock, and then I don't know, it felt weird to it felt really good to work towards a short-term goal
Right.
because I'm used to doing long-term. I've been in school forever.
Right.
I wanted to be a counselor, which I did and took a while, and now I want to be a therapist, which I already know is going to take a while. So it's sure, I can do the long game,
Right.
but for short-term goals, that was crazy to me.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So, I mean, I was up there for an hour just crying, just in
Oh.
disbelief, and felt really good that I could do
That you
that.
chose it and just did it
Mhm.
and finished it. Ugh, that's like instant gratification.
Yeah, it really was.
I love that. I keep making that goal. Well, I guess I did a podcast. So I guess I'm doing it. Rude. It always says that. I stumbled on Sedona accidentally. Me and Anthony, we went to I'm burning incense for you.
Thank God.
Okay. Because we're hippies. Okay, we'll get there. So we were driving to the Grand Canyon and we just drove through it. And I was like, the hell? Because the minute you dip in, it's those red rocks. And I was like, what is this beautiful place of wonder? And so we went to Grand Canyon and that was underwhelming. And then I was like, because there was no water rushing.
Oh, yeah.
It's there's certain times to go. We went at the wrong time. And so Anthony was just standing there. He's like, cool, you brought me to a big old hole. And I was like, ugh. So we drove back and I was like, well, let's stop in this place. And then we just I did what you did. I was like, Sedona? What is this place? And then we saw the McDonald's.
Oh, the blue one?
The blue McDonald's. And I was like, why is this place so special? I had no background, nothing. And I never heard of it, which is wild. And I it was like Cathedral Rock, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty or something, like on the phone. And so I just like pushed it in and we drove there. And I was like, oh, it looks like, let's get out and look at this. Bruh.
Yeah.
We ended up hiking to the top accidentally. I had no water. I was like, I'm gonna die. It wasn't that far because we just did like, it was probably like the generic little tiny version of what you did, like the visitors, whatever. But it was a stretch. It was like slate after slate. And then we get to the top. And by now I'm like friends with people. Like, like I have their emails. Like I'm gonna visit them. We're like in this together. And I don't think anybody else, this is like for the people who are like, don't have it together and just showed up, didn't search anything. We're all like, what is this? Where are we? We're the people who end up in a cult because we just blindly go where. So, anyways, we get to the top and it was beautiful. But we have to do it again because there was a big like group of boys, like Jewish kids who were like, what is that called? They do like their thing.
The pilgrimage?
Sure. I feel like it was some voyage they were on.
Some voyage.
There was like 45 of them and they wouldn't shut up. And I was going to throw them off the cliff, but that would have been super bad. And Anthony said, don't do it. And I was like, for sure. But they would not be quiet. And I had just hiked. I think it was only like 1 mile. It was nothing you did, but it was enough because I was unprepared and I had no idea. I literally thought there was going to be snacks and there was nothing up there.
Oh,
No, but it was so beautiful and they just wouldn't shut up. And so we've always wanted to go back and do it again. But I want to do it the way you did it. Did you go through the part where like you wade in the water? I want to do that. Some there's some hike that you can do and it's like you're in like a gorge, but then it's like 2 or 3 feet of water and you hike through the water.
Oh, cool.
That I'd like.
Yeah.
Because it's so hot.
Dude, yeah. I mean, so even with bringing like, I think I brought close to like 5 liters of water. And like on the weekends, you can't park in the Cathedral Rock parking lot.
Where I probably parked.
So I didn't have to, but I chose to hike 3 miles prior to doing the actual hike up Cathedral Rock, which was fine. Honestly, it was fine. It was really pretty. I had my music on in my AirPods. Like
Yeah.
I was just like doing
You're like,
me.
I am not. Just like, what is that song? The tiger song?
The Eye of the Tiger.
Or whatever. It went nothing like I sang it, but anyway, go ahead.
So then, yeah, so then I'm already kind of like, I'm already hot by the time I
Right.
get there, which was fine. Um, But like there was one part of the hike that I wasn't tall enough because there's like a part of the rock where you have to like hoist yourself up. And I started to tear up a little bit and like looked around and I was like,
Were you by yourself?
yeah.
Let's go.
I'm sure if I was by myself, I didn't go with anybody.
Let's go.
So that was another thing that was like really big for me. Not only like the short term goal, but like choosing to do it by myself.
Yes, we are codependent around here, honey. Okay, like capital C. Is it a gang? We in it.
It was such a huge thing for me to just do that by myself.
Oh my
So the
God.
lady behind me saw that I was like about to cry and she was like, oh, just put your leg up right here. I'll push your backpack up and,
Yeah.
push you up. And I was like, okay. So I put my foot up and I went to grab the rock and she pushed me up
No.
and
I was like, okay. Oh my God.
yeah. And when I finally got to the top, like I think I stayed up there for like an hour just crying, like just sitting there looking at the view and just crying because I was in such disbelief and I was so proud of myself that I did
Yes.
something like that.
Just even going by yourself, I think that's a big thing. I don't do that. Well, now I'm in a point where like I could totally go without Anthony, but I always feel like, oh, I can't leave him by himself. That'd be so mean. And it's like, what? And then I see people and they like go places and stuff, but yeah, we'll see.
You should.
Probably gonna take him with me. um Another part was coming back. Was it still daytime when you came back?
Like when I hiked down the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started
Well,
at like 8 a.m.
okay. So that's the correct way to do all of this. Okay. We decided to park in the parking lot at around 3 o'clock
Oh
and
no.
decided to yeah, we took a journey through hell, up rock steps that were made for giants. We got up to a bar mitzvah and there was no peace. And then we started coming down. I was like, okay, I've had enough of this shit. Like, it's beautiful, but it was making me like, of course, it like opposited me. I was all like filled with rage. Like, what? I need sage. So, anyways, I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. So we turn around, start walking down. And it was like a movie. It was like, wom, wom, wom. The sun just started,
Yeah, dude.
bruh. It was like, I was like, why are you running, dude? Like,
Yeah.
chill, son. It was like, chill, son. It just started going down, and you hear, "Arr, arr, arr." And
No.
I was like, Anthony, if you do not run, I will leave you. And I'm like running down these gigantic steps. It was crazy. I was
Oh my God, I would die.
terrified. So speaking of cults, we weren't speaking of them. Okay. I mean, kind of. You know about the cult that was in Sedona who like 3 people died?
Like recently?
No, it was like 2009, but it was a really good documentary. Um, so I had like mixed emotions when I was there, right? Because I was like, I went into a bunch of stores, and all the crystal stores are owned by like white ladies.
Yeah.
And so it's like hard for me, and I try daily to be like, you need to stop and relax. She probably worked really hard for this crystal store and probably knows a lot about malachite and obsidian, and you don't. So be quiet. And then there's like the culty factor of. So, anyways, I just had like a hard time in Sedona because I was like, what is this place? Is it like something like that? But then I started looking it up and everything, and I'm a fan. So I love it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you get those vibes?
Yeah, I mean, because it was in Arizona, it like almost it kind of felt like it didn't fit. And like there's so many cops. Like when I drove, so I flew into Phoenix, which is like 2 hours away. Sedona. So
That's where my brother
which
lives.
that was a whole ordeal when I got off the plane. Like that I was anyway.
And did you go in their like weird little train tunnel things at the airport?
No.
My,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah.
like it's kind of
You
like
have to like jump in or you're gonna die
yeah.
and get left behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I get off at the plane and I get my rental car and I'm driving 2 hours. I think I saw like almost 20, not just cops, but like state troopers. And it made me so uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah, because we're always getting arrested.
I was scared.
We're not
Okay.
getting arrested, but it feels that way.
Well, I'm half Mexican, so
Yeah, bruh.
we are getting arrested.
We are getting arrested. I'm literally like, if a cop comes behind me, I'll like stop chewing gum.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, and now I'm gonna go to hell because now my kid is like, Mom, sit up. And I'm like, I broke her. Oh no. I was like, you're fine. Everything's fine. We're doing everything appropriate. And I'm just inside, I'm all shaking and sweating. Yeah, Arizona. But were you in a rental car?
Yeah, I was in a rental car.
So it's okay then.
Yeah, I mean, it was just weird, like, because I don't know
The
rules of the
rules,
road.
bro.
Like,
I'm so afraid of getting like arrested somewhere else.
especially someplace like Arizona.
Yeah,
And like for you,
they're mad about everything.
like at least for me, I look white, right? Like, so there's
We don't look white, and don't ever say that again.
well, because okay, so my sister, we're half sisters, and her dad's Italian, and our mom is Mexican, so she's
Yeah.
like brown,
Yeah.
and she looks it.
Yeah.
So like there have been a couple times where she gets pulled over, and she's telling me this story about how like he was rude to her and like was like, "Why do you have this empty pill bottle in the back of your car?" And she's like,
You're like,
"It's my
she's like, I ate them all at the same time.
yeah."
Just like, ugh,
He was like, "There's no label on it, what was in
ugh.
here." And she was like, "I took it off so my kid could play with this empty bottle." I father, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, and like anytime I get pulled over, like I could have, I can reach in my glove box and they don't bat an eye,
Oh my
right?
God. Yeah.
And so it's just weird to see that there is a difference. And like, I don't think that I recognized my privilege until I was an adult because no one talked to me about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a conversation we had in my house. Not to say that like my family's conservative or racist, but
Yeah.
like, my family always taught me like everybody is equal, everybody's a person, like
Yeah.
you treat everybody with
Well, you feel
respect.
like that until something happens, until something happens. And I grew up in the hood. So I just like watched everything all the time
Yeah.
just be so unjust and so unfair.
Well, me too,
Or
but like
like,
it didn't. Nobody told me that that's what was happening.
right.
So I just didn't know. I
You
was
just
like,
thought there were incidences
yeah,
happening.
like
Right.
these people are breaking the law. Like, you know what
Cops
I
are
mean? So
gross.
yeah.
Yesterday, so did you see my post? Someone was like all messed out and crazy, and like they didn't hit my car, so they pulled. I was checking my succulents because someone ripped them, and bro just came in super hot, and I had to jump back, and then just braked, and I was like, no, and I thought he was gonna hit my car, and I was like, what the you almost hit my car, like you're almost hit me, like what are you doing? And I look at his face and he's donezo, like just messed out, drunk, whatever. And I was like, bro, what are you driving for? And then he was just like, shut the fuck, and gets out. And then my son's dad was picking up my kid to take him to the airport to go back to school. And he gets all in his face and whatever, blah, blah, and just starts being crazy. So I just called the cops, right?
Yeah.
Okay, best part of the story though is nothing happened. Well, he is in jail for like a couple days, so I can sleep for the weekend before he comes back to shoot my house up because he hates me. But one of the cops, so like 7 cops pull up because it's Santa Cruz, they have nothing to do. Bro, one cop pulls up, jumps out of the car, and he doesn't hit the brakes, and it drives into the store.
What?
I live right next to a store, but it didn't like break the window. Bro, that would have been so funny. But it's only because half the store is brick. So the bricks stopped
Oh my god.
his police SUV. I always have to think about SUV because I always want to be SVU, Special Victims Unit. Dun. SUV. It stopped his car. And then, bro, it's like a movie. He's out of the cops are going like this, trying to get into his truck, jumps in, stops it. He thinks he stopped it. He just turned his car off. The wall stopped his car. He gets out of the car. And then the store owner comes out and goes, bro, get your car off my store. So he had to get back in the car and pull the car. Oh, I was just like, what is this clown city? So just think of moments like that when they're behind you driving. And I learned, I draw blood, so I have to talk to these policemen sometimes. And I kind of like mess with them and like they'll do things wrong. And I'm like, oh, it's like I could be a cop, And they're like, but
I mean,
one,
honestly, you could. Like, it takes less hours to be a police officer than it does to be a hairstylist.
I would never be a cop ever.
It's just so
They get
insane.
paid so much money
I
and I
think
would never do it.
I think I had to do more practicum hours as a counselor than they have to do.
They do nothing. I think they literally take like 3 tests and then a physical and then like a mental thing, which I don't know how they're
They'd be
passing.
lying.
For sure. Who is in charge of that? She's like, sure, whatever. Sure, yeah. It doesn't even make sense. Like nobody, it's fine. I'm sure there's like 2 good, but they're not even cops. There's no way to be a cop and be a good person because it's like that is a slave catcher. Like I don't get it. You can be a good person and end up being a cop, maybe for money or I don't know what. Bro, all cops are short too. Nothing against you. these are like men.
Mhm.
They're all like shorter than me. It's just like a complex, like power tripping. It's weird. Anyway, but I learned you can't drive too slow. You can't get pulled over for that
In Arizona?
anywhere. It's not against the law to drive too slow. So just slow down. Just slow down. If a cop speed, I'm doing that. Now that I know and I pay my registration on time, Bear, please be professional. Now that I pay my registration on time, I'm 100% doing that. Okay.
Bless you.
Bear, he's very protective.
Good.
Um,
He should.
okay, hold on. I had like facts that I wanted to talk about. Oh, it's my list is just like cults. Like it's like 2 facts about Sedona, and then I said one thing. I said one thing about a cult, and then I just went into different cults.
Well, California's had a pretty good amount of cults, which is, I mean, it kind of is on brand for California because people look at us like we're like spoopy dippy people
I
in
know.
California,
It's funny.
but not all of us are like
First
that.
of all, we're all gangster is what we are. Okay. But we are like hippies.
I mean, if you look at Southern California, like, no, absolutely not. Like, the more north you get, the more like woo woo we get. But like,
But I think we're like actually woo woo.
yeah,
And then they're all like buying woo woo shit down there. And they're just materialistic.
yeah.
But we shouldn't be talking about people like that because I bet there's some really nice people. Bro, you're about to be fired. There's probably some really nice hippies down there.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
Probably.
like,
I don't know.
yeah. Overgeneralizing is, just not,
Anything.
yeah, it's not
Yep.
good in general. But I mean, like,
It's facts.
yeah, I'm not going down to fucking SoCal to be woo. That's absolutely not happening.
Yeah, so that was like the only problem I did have in Sedona was like going in the stores and everyone's trying to sell crystals for like thousands of dollars. Thought that was super weird, but I guess that's like the thing. But it seemed opposite, right? Because it's like if you're going there for healing and it's like everything's natural, like why would you do that then? You know?
Yeah.
Um,
I think I got lucky with the crystal store that I went to because this lady was so nice and like everything was pretty reasonably priced. And she like didn't want to sell me anything. She was like, if you have any questions, like just let me know. I'll be,
yeah.
she was super
Yeah,
nice.
because she probably sold a crystal for $6,000 that day. So she probably
There were
was
like
tapped
big
out.
pieces. I think the one
Okay.
I saw was like this big and it was like
Okay.
$200.
Yeah, I seen a lot of cool things now, like once I left, because we were there for like, I don't know, 4 hours, and 3 of those hours were like surviving on a freaking mountain that was unexpected. Bro, I thought we were like going to like a lookout, like to do like
No, dude.
a selfie or something. And it was straight up whatever. It's fine. There's this store. I don't know any of the roads there because we did go back one time with my brother, but they were not gonna hike, so we just kind of like ate food and just walked like the little strip. But one of this another because they're kind of all go to highways, right?
Yeah.
There was one that had that really cool. Did you roam around, barge around and stuff? Not
No.
really. There's this really cool store. I meant to look it up. But it's where it has like it's like really artsy and just like everything outside. It reminds me of do you see did you of course you did. Harriet the Spy?
Yeah.
Of course. Remember when they go to Rosie O'Donnell's like garden and all the cool shit was like hanging in her garden? Was that her garden or just a cool place? Anyway, but there's all these like cool things hanging. That's what this place is like. They have like chili peppers hanging and canned art hanging and big statues, and it's just like a trinket roadside store with cool ass antiques.
I love that.
I loved it.
I really need to minimize the amount of trinkets I have
Why?
because I don't have like a whole lot of room in my room.
Seems like they're in there.
They are. I mean, I have like what I should have done was got like a bigger, like it's like one of those
Uh-huh.
with like a moon on the side.
Uh-huh.
And what I should have done is I should have got a bigger
It's
one.
like an end table or like a coffee table
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yeah, it's an end table.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, this will fit all my crystals and stuff.
Well, you know what you
And then
could
it didn't.
do? Just get a bigger end table
Yeah.
and keep all your
But so in the place
trinkets
that it's at, I can't because there's a event that I can't have covered, obviously.
on the wall. You're just gonna have to build something.
I did mount two shelves.
Let's
Two
go.
shelves. And I mounted.
Bro, you went on a sacred journey by yourself, cross states for miles and miles in the desert heat. You can put up a shelf.
I did. That's where it started.
Oh, the shelf.
That's where it started.
Let's go.
I didn't want to ask my dad
Yes.
or any other man to
Yeah.
help me
Yeah.
decorate my room or my living space.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking Google everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna YouTube it.
Yep.
There's this lady on Instagram.
Yep.
I think she's called trans handy woman, handy person. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But she literally taught me how to mount shelves.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. I don't ever need anyone ever again.
Bro,
Once I learned how to use a drill, I was unstoppable.
will go on YouTube and fix a refrigerator.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy. I'll go into the bathroom and be fucking plumbing. And I'll be like, Anthony, get me some.
Where I clogged the toilet. And the only reason I asked you to help me was because you had I was like, Laura, I need your help.
And I remember like sweating and I turn around and I go, don't be embarrassed. And you're like, I think I'm going to die right now. And I was like, you know what's funny? I wouldn't even, if you didn't bring that up now, I would have never remembered that in my life. Because I have dealt with so many situations that it's just like not even. And then multiple times after that at work, we had this like the worst plumbing because we were in the mountains. And so everything would break all the time. But yeah, that's what I was talking to Mikey and we were talking about like all the job qualifications we could say after working there. And she goes, I forgot to say plumber. And I was like, yes, for sure. We were like fixing septic tanks. We used to work together at what do we call it? It was a wellness center, but it was a rehab for like really rich people.
It's addiction treatment.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. You have proper names. I always remember I went to my mom when she was in rehab when we were younger, and we got to go visit her. And it must have been somewhere in San Jose, but we got there and they gave us like all this ice cream and stuff. It was more like clinical. Like it seemed like more like hospital like.
Yeah.
And they were all wearing white, which I thought was like crazy. Maybe it was just that day. No, they were all wearing like they would wear white t-shirts and white sweatpants. Maybe she's like in a psych ward. I'm dead. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so dead. I can't even. We don't ask questions. No one can answer them. So we just go along with the flow. Memories, they can be deceiving. But anyway, so she was all in white and so was everybody else. But they were like, do you want some ice cream? And I was like, hell yeah, bitch, I'm malnourished. Let me get some ice cream.
My mom's literally
yeah, bitch, I haven't ate for like 16 weeks. What else you got? And I just remember them opening the fridge. And I was like, it was like angels came out and there was like ice cream and water, sodas, treats. Like it was like, what is this place?
They didn't give us any treats when I went to see my mom in rehab.
Oh, the next place she went, I don't even think she had a bed. It was like ladies were coming out like, that's your mom. And I was like, yeah, that's my mom. Cool. But
Oh my God.
yeah, she must have went on my dad's insurance for this one. But this was back in the day. This was like when like they first popped up, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like They're all optimistic and like had a like a shiny building. But they thought it was all clinical, you know what I mean? Like they didn't realize like that's the stuff that's not always helping. You got to go on like spiritual journeys and shit. You got to do the work.
Yep.
They back then they just thought like, oh, we'll just keep you here and give you different types of drugs,
Yeah.
and then we'll fix you. You know. Um, Russell Brand. You said on brand. And so this is what this podcast is about. It's what pops in my head. No, just like it's a journey. I was trying to talk about Sedona, but I just keep thinking about cult leaders. And like and then I was going through all these cult leaders, and then of course it went to Russell Brand, and like he's so gross.
Which is unfortunate. It really is. Like,
Why?
because he was like a huge.
Because he was like funny back then, huh? But he
He
just
was
like tricked
funny
us.
and he was like really open about being in recovery. And I don't like how he did.
But
I
I
didn't
think
like it.
recovery was another one of his things.
Yeah, well, he made up his own fucking 12
Yes.
steps, which is that was kind of something that
Like
was like
red
absurd.
flag.
Yeah, exactly. And then all that like other stuff about him with like women and stuff came out, and I was just like, bro.
Well, first he was like this diehard like atheist. Like it was like, I'm a partier, I'm an atheist. It's what I do, or whatever he says. I can't even. And then he was like, yeah, then he got into, I think he got in trouble. And then they were like, you're going to do 12 steps, bro. And he was like, I'm going to make my own. And then it was like, that's so crazy. That is like so crazy. His ego is like, he is like the epitome of like narcissist.
Yeah.
And he's so tall. And um, anyway, so there was stuff about Russell Brand and Sedona, but I just like forgot about it. Um, and then I just have the secret Warren Jeffs.
Okay. The rabbit hole I went down. Like, at first I watched Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey.
That was hard. I had to stop it.
Yeah, I had to take it in
It
bits
was
and
too
pieces.
intense. Yeah.
And then there was the second one that just came out. God, I can't remember.
I can see it.
It has that lady, because her daughter. So that lady was also in a cult. She was also in the
What is it called?
FLDS. And now her daughter has a podcast about talking about cults. Because she grew up in a cult before her mom left.
I love Mormon stuff.
Dude, it's crazy.
My
Crazy.
sister-in-law was a Mormon, and she's going to do a podcast, and we're going in. I don't know how hard she'll go, but I'm going to ask her everything because I just like am obsessed with that and Scientology. I signed up to get like a Scientology book, acted like I was interested, and they wouldn't stop calling me and emailing me like so crazy, inviting me all this stuff, and I was like, Anthony, should I go to the church?
There's one in San Jose.
Yes, they were trying to make me go.
No.
And
No.
I got so scared that because I was like, yeah, I'll go. That'll be funny. I could talk about it. I was terrified the way they kept calling me, leaving me messages, emailing me. Like it was like non-stop, like over and over in a day.
Yeah. Well, they're like known for following people. Like if you try to leave or like, I don't know. It's fucking weird.
I mean, I get it if I like went there and did anything and saw anything, but it's like, bro, I literally just put like interested in.
In your book.
It was so crazy.
And now you're stalking me, calling me incessantly.
But I do want the books, but you have to talk to them to get them.
You can't go to like the
You could
bookstore or library.
no, like their workbooks. They do like a test thing to see if you like
Are impressionable and we can manipulate you and keep you
yes.
forever. That's crazy.
Yes.
Fucking workbook test.
It's like a test thing, and like you can go in and do it. Like people talk about it all the time. You can go in and do it or like whatever. And so or they'll interview you. I think they were trying to like get a feel for me on the phone. And then I just got scared and I couldn't do it because I was like, oh no, like, is the government watching me? Like, I don't know. It just like made me.
Hell
I
no.
felt like I was like breaking the law and gonna get murdered at the same time. So I just pulled back. But I might have to go in. I might just have to do it for the people. The people want to know. I mean, I feel like they know enough. Leah Remini won't shut the fuck up. But like, I love her, but like, I don't. She goes back and forth each day. But anyway, okay. So what cults are you watching?
So I had those.
Yeah.
And then I watched them. I watched a documentary about Heaven's Gate, which started in the 70s
So
and
good.
ended in the 90s with everybody just fucking killing
Yeah.
themselves.
Nikes.
So
So
crazy.
good.
So crazy.
I meant crazy, but so good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That one was gnarly. I just watched the one.
California too. They
They're all
started somewhere else. I think they started in Arizona maybe.
well, but
Or Oregon.
but it's just because they're choosing places that are beautiful and they can go to like some secluded piece of land or whatever. I just watched the one that came out I forget what it's something love, but it's like the woman
Oh yeah.
and they all like
Oh,
but that's weird. Yes, the blues shit. Okay, first of all, it's like, and she was like basically gray and blue when she
Yeah.
died, and Hawaii was like, get the fuck
yeah.
out of here. Okay, first of all, I think she only had like, at her height, she had maybe like 100 people, maybe 300 or something, but her circle was like maybe 15
What?
like, in the beginning, and then it dwindled down because she started turning blue.
Yeah, and they were like, what the fuck is happening?
I can't feel bad for this.
No.
Like, bro, you're drinking metal.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was like thinking to myself, what? They all had to been doing meth or something too, right?
She looked
There's
like it even before she started
yes,
turning
there's
blue.
no way that everyone's just like, yes.
Okay with this.
Yes. There's no way, right?
I honestly like the more research I do about cults and like the more I read about cults, it's like so weird because a lot of these people don't start off as like impressionable or
Right.
weak or whatever. Like they're people that are looking for community and
Right.
like a safe place, more like a commune type of vibe.
Right. I understand, like, okay, anyone who's in a cult, I cannot. Unless you were like a child brought up in a cult, not your fault. But anyone like as a grown up, like, I can't. But the only I can understand, like, kind of getting there, like, obviously churches, but still, that's usually because it's like a family thing. A lot of time it's just that's so much shame controlling that. Like, you have to do that. But outside of like church, kind of like is I can kind of understand like the yoga whatever like cuz
Yeah.
they think they're just like I'm pushing my body. Like I'm pushing my body to not eat these foods and I want to be it's still a stupid reason, but and then all of a sudden they wake up and they're like, I'm in a fucking cult. I'm dying.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it was only about like loving her and drinking metal. Like it was like, I just like don't get that one. Cause it's like, she didn't really have anything except she was like,
She just convinced these people that she was literally God.
and she wasn't that, and they were just like, she was like pretty. She was the it girl. And I was like,
Where?
when, how, why? It was wild sauce. So I thoroughly enjoyed that one. Bro, and then she just like dies and they call the cops. And then what?
She looks like a mummy when she finally
It's
dies. Like literally.
yeah, because she was gray.
Crazy.
So that one was enjoyable. Heaven's Gate was
What
crazy.
about the Nexium poll? That's still going on.
Again. What is it? What Nexium didn't even make sense. They just like wanted to have sex with each other or something.
Yes. No,
And then
it was the I'm finding you your twin flame. Like
oh no! Wait, no, Twin Flame? Wait, did you listen to Twin Flames?
no. Wait.
Twin Flames was not Nexium. Oh my god. I'll talk about Nexium. Just kidding. That was a pun. Okay. Nexium was weird. I don't get what Nexium was. Like, what was their deal?
Oh, they had that like program. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
that's what I'm saying. Was
Yeah.
it a diet?
I think it was supposed to be like
That's
a
what
self-help
exactly.
program.
It's that one didn't make sense. And I don't understand why that one's continuing because it doesn't make sense. I don't know what it is. So that one ended up being like some child trafficking, like devil shit.
It always is.
Yeah, well,
It's an
yes.
obsession with trafficking children.
I think pedophiles like children.
No, I know, but like, and then like get
Yeah, but like, yeah,
people to like co-sign it,
yeah,
like
it's weird.
especially women who have children. Like, what
It's
do you
it's
mean?
deeper than we can.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. I don't even like saying like, oh, and that was Satan or devil shit because like satanic, like the cult of Satan they're actually like really nice people, all made of like lawyers and like they fund all kinds of shit. They basically made it to be like, okay, whatever the other people that you Christians don't care for, we will help those organizations and stuff. So I don't even like giving power to be like, oh, they're satanic cults. These are fucking weird ass people who like have problems. Nexium is dumb. That they don't deserve a cult show because it was stupid. And then everybody made a big old deal about the actress. What are you talking about? Smallville? Who has ever seen Smallville?
I never watched it.
No, because no one ever did.
No.
And they were making such a big deal out of this
That guy got
actress.
so famous because he was like super good looking. He was like the epitome of good looking in what was it, like the early 2000s. He had like
Like
the dark.
Freddie
He was like,
Prince.
yes. Okay,
Like Freddie
so
Prince.
Freddie Prinze
Okay,
is my forever celebrity crush.
everybody loves Freddie Prince Jr. because, but he was so stupid. It's funny that like we were like crushing on him as a kid and he was like
So funny.
and it's like, every movie and I'm like and now as a grown up I went back and I showed my little one She's All That because like best movie ever. Yeah, and then actually she was so cute as her little artist though. Like now if we made the movie, if the movie was made now, it would be making her into like the cool funky like artist girl and not like that. But anyways, we're watching it and I was like, "What? It leave this guy alone. He's such a dork." Not in a good way. Okay. But the other one what I was going to tell you about not Nexium. Oh, Twin Flames. So it was a podcast and it was this guy and girl. Well, first it was like a guy and basically I guess this like boy was in college, privileged kid in college. And then he was like, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm going to be a guru. Goes and lives in Hawaii off fruit. So basically he goes to Hawaii, ends up being homeless, eating a bunch of fruit and shit, thinks he's a guru, finds some chick who wants to eat fruit too. And then I'm like dead serious. I'm dead serious. And then they like just eat fruit. And then, but then he's like also like went to like Harvard or Stanford or some shit like it probably wasn't one of those, but he went to some really good like university. And so he had like a background in business or whatever. So he just makes this. Oh no. Then he finds his little friend that he went to college, which is a guy's like just this like really nice nerd guy. And he was like, oh, my cool friend is back. He wants to live with me. And then months later, he's like, motherfucker's not paying me no rent. And he's got this girlfriend and they're just eating fruit and they got a website. And basically, they made a website and have all these followers and tell people that you will meet your twin flame, just like me and my fruit eater did. And that is crazy. But then it gets so good. These people following him are just, they want love so bad. They are in it to win it. They're paying them thousands of dollars
to level up.
But literally they'll be like, just go tell that guy you like him. Bitch, I'll make a cult right now. Just go tell him you like him. Venmo me. $892, please.
Yeah, well, they were like, we can feel it that this person is your twin flame. And it's like, what do you mean?
And it got like so deep. This one girl was getting arrested because she was stalking him, and they were just like, no, that's just the universe pushing back.
Yeah.
You need to go harder. And then she was getting arrested. Okay, who do we blame in that situation? Exactly. Exactly. And so they didn't even get in trouble, and they just had millions of dollars. And these people are all in the documentary, and they're like, and I felt so bad because I would call Brenda and be like, Brenda, you need to level up and pay more money, Brenda. And I just felt bad because they were telling me to do it. It's like,
Well, then they tried to make that one lady as twin flame a woman, and she was like, I'm not gay.
oh
And they
my
were like, yes, you
God.
are. And she was like, what do you mean?
And they were, and she's like, but the movie was so funny though, because not the movie, the documentary, because when you're listening on a podcast, they're like, dang, that's hard. But then she was like, in the documentary, she's like, so I cut my hair. And I just, she just gets more and more like butch. And I was just like, bro, like, wait, what?
How are you just gonna let me?
But at the same time, she was like kind of into it. So I was like, maybe you are bi though. I think they just picked her. They were just like, I think like Linda's like kind of, feeling this. She'll dig it. And the other girl was like, absolutely not. I don't know. That was the craziest part. I was like, how are you gonna let people tell you like your sexuality and believe it?
Yeah. And like do everything you can to like live like that.
She like told her family. And he goes like, well, do you have sheet metal? And I was like, no.
No.
And he was like, well, you need to change the damn number. The damn number in the book is this. And I was like,
The phone
I was
book?
like, sir, I don't even know my phone number.
Who's
And
using a phone book in 2026?
this guy.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, I have a landline phone.
Well, I work with kids in their
Yeah.
fucking early to
Yeah,
mid
yeah.
20s.
Mm-hmm.
And it was me and one of the clients, we're both millennials, and we were talking about landlines and phone books.
Yeah.
And one of the medical staff, he's 23, and he was like, what's a phone book? And I was like,
He's joking.
no. He was, and so we're explaining it to him, and he was like, wait, so people would just like list their personal phone number in a book?
He's joking.
No, he was not. He was so confused.
And this person's in medicine?
He's an EMT.
Oh, well, checks out. Just kidding. We love you. We love you. We love you.
He was just like so baffled that people would list like their address and like their phone number. He was like, isn't that
I mean, it is
insane?
insane.
And I was like, it didn't feel like it to us back then.
Yeah.
It was just us looking up.
But you know what? That's why you didn't talk shit. Because people could look up your address and come get you. You didn't talk shit. Bro, I think that guy's going to come back and kill me. So this might be my last podcast.
The tweaker that almost hit your car.
Well, he knows where I live.
That's so.
He wasn't like tweaker enough. He was half tweaker, half gangster. He was like gangbanging and shit, throwing up his set. I was like, don't make me come out the woodworks. I'm all, ugh, God, I can't even.
Come out the woodwork.
Oh,
that's so funny.
Is woodworks an old term?
Yeah, well, I was with someone who was in a gang for like my entire high school experience.
Right.
And he used to fucking say shit like that. Like, we have to go through the cuts to like not be around cops and like,
yeah, you gotta go through the cutties, bruh. Yeah, that's facts.
We had to take the cuts. What else did he say?
Yeah, there's lots of stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like anytime I hear people talk like that, I'm just like transported back to this like severely abusive gangbanging relationship.
Oh.
Like
we were like a nice gang. We weren't a gang at all. We were just, it was like the people I grew up with, they like called us something and like made us a gang, but it was like all like the kids with no parents, like the foster kids and shit. And we could just like everyone just fought good. So like there was hella gangs where I grew up, you know, like Norteños, Sureños, Mob, Fam, Crip, Blood. No, I'm just kidding. Pinoy. Like there's Filipino gangs, Vietnamese gangs. Like everyone was like, no one was like trying to be in a gang. Well, there was people who were in gangs, right? But then even like after that, like it was still like who you grow up around.
Mm-hmm.
So you were like, oh, that's so cute. Like that's like my gang, you know? But like no one was like in a gang like us. But then like, you know, gang members and shit would want to like fight us and then they'd get beat up or something. So then it was like they would call us the street. I'm not gonna say it, the street like that we all hung out on and stuff. And that's hella funny. But I would never I like hated gangster, you know, because like they're so gross. I just that's like culty. It's culty, right?
Yeah, well, so it's the same thing, right? They're
Same
literally
thing.
like, we'll give you
Family,
family,
safety,
belonging, we'll protect you.
100%.
And
And
when we met and we first started going out, like I was a freshman and he was a senior, and he wasn't like that. He was like
mhm.
some alt dude that like really liked metal music, and he was really soft spoken and like really sweet and nice. And then like 3 months later, he cheated on me, started doing meth, drinking heavily.
It's all the drugs, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh, run with us, you get more drugs, like, and then we'll just use you.
He just had hella daddy issues because his mom, the nicest Mexican woman in the world, she used to tell me all the time, I wish that I had daughters and I'm glad that you come over a
Yeah.
lot. But God blessed me with these fucking punk ass sons that
Yeah.
are all in gangs and I'm
Yeah.
fucking over it.
That's would be so hard to be a mom and have your kids in gangs. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because his brother was in one gang and then his brother's baby mom was in the opposite gang.
Oh my God, West
And
Side
they
Story?
yeah,
Like,
and they
get
got
real.
together and had a kid,
Oh my God.
and, like, it was crazy. It
Did
was
it bring peace and unite them?
no,
Ugh.
he hit her too. Like,
Oh,
there's a lot of
gross.
hitting and abuse going on in that house.
Oh
His poor
God.
mom, and, like, she can't control
And she
herself,
was
you know?
nice. Oh,
Yeah,
she
she's
should
a
have left
sweet
all of
lady.
them. Yeah, that's so gross. Um, why did I bring up gangs? Oh, so anyways, that gang member's gonna kill me, but now I'm the point because I'm so exhausted now because I was like worrying about it and had to go to work. And yesterday was the day I sleep. And so he caused all this chaos, so I didn't get to sleep. So now I'm just like running on crazy. So if he came back now, I'd use my mom voice and he would go home. I'll tell you that. He would go home because I'm too tired for this shit, you know.
Yeah.
But when things happen, I'm like good. Like I work in the ER, like it's like nothing, you know, like I'm like whatever. But I do go back a little bit and I get quiet and I like the PTSD like hits.
Mhm.
I get quiet and I get a little afraid, like where's this gonna go? What happens? But then once that goes away, I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed and I'll just be like, go fucking home right now. And
Yeah.
you know, so hopefully. But
Yeah, I'm used to people screaming at me all day long working in treatment. For
yeah.
example, yesterday, I already had, like, a tough week. I worked on some mom trauma in therapy on Tuesday, the day after I got back from my trip, which was good, but I had a really hard time. Like, I'm doing brain spotting and you're supposed to like hold all these
Ooh.
feelings, and like I couldn't hold like these feelings of abandonment.
Because there's too many
Well,
feelings.
my brain and my body were like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no. There's like I've done like parts work with my last therapist, and I have a new therapist now, and so the protector part of me was like,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah. We're done with that. We're not bringing her back
Yeah.
in.
So, and then, oh my God. And then yesterday, was it yesterday? What was yesterday?
Thursday,
No.
Friday. Wait, what's today?
Today,
Yeah, Thursday, Thursday. Tomorrow.
okay. So then
Yesterday is Thursday.
Wednesday, I open up my Facebook or Instagram, I can't remember. And there's a picture of this woman and my ex-girlfriend.
Ugh.
And she's like, Oh, I see. I'm not gonna say her name.
Wait, why does it's a memory or it
No, it's a new post, and she was like, "This person is in treatment, doing great. She's thriving, blah blah." Blah. And I took a screenshot, sent it to my sister, and I was like, "I'm panicking in the bathroom at work." And like, it really caught me off guard.
yeah.
And like, she was like, my sister, ride or die,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
She was like, "I'm so fucking mad for you. Like, fuck this bitch. I bet she thinks about you and obsesses about you all
Yeah.
the time. Like, all the shit she put you through.
Yeah.
Like, all this crazy shit." Because, like, I mean, you saw
Yeah.
all of it. You and
Yeah.
Mikey saw the whole thing.
100%.
Like,
That was so heavy.
I mean, being in active trauma for that long,
Yeah.
like, wore on me. And, like, there's still times, like, where I think I see her car, or if I hear her text tone or ringtone or anything,
Mm.
like, I literally freeze, and like
Are you
my
like
whole body
afraid
just,
of her or you just don't want to see her face?
I mean, I'm not afraid of
Not
her.
physically afraid of her, but like what are you feeling
I just am taken back to like
that
all,
time?
yeah, like I think that was the single most, I think that was the hardest thing I've ever been through in sobriety, if not my whole life, purely because I was sober and got to remember
Yeah.
all of
All
it.
of it. Yeah.
All of it.
It's like you watched everything, huh?
Yeah.
She was so gnarly. She was like really manipulative.
Yeah, even before she relapsed, dude, like she was so codependent. She always thought that like people were trying to like have sex with me and flirt with me. And I was just like, bro, I'm just
Meanwhile,
existing.
yeah.
Like, I'm obsessed with you. I love you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. Ugh.
She gave me a promise ring, which the day she broke up with me, flung it out the window
Thank
on the freeway
God.
on 280. I was like, fuck you. You're a fucking liar.
Was it worth anything?
No.
Okay. Then throw it out. I was like, pawn it.
No.
I pawned my wedding ring because I was married for like 5 minutes. It was like 6 years or something. I pawned that shit for $82.
Nice.
Rent money.
My mom's wedding ring, because I have it.
Yeah.
And I've had it for like
But is it
5 or 6
pretty?
years. No, it's supposed to be two parts.
But isn't it like vintage?
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I feel like keep it.
I don't want it. It's like a symbol of something so horrible that happened.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess
it's
so.
like a symbol of my parents just being together when they never should have been, you know?
Just being together.
Like,
Well, that's why I was like, oh, I don't want this piece of shit. And everybody was like,
yeah.
do you want to keep it? I was like, for what?
Yeah, to
I was
remember
like,
how awful this time was.
absolutely not. I was like, I wish this was like never near me.
Yeah, dude. But I've been holding on to it for a while, and like, for some reason, I can't.
Talk about a cult. Or I don't think you're supposed to get married at like 21.
No,
Yeah.
my mom had me when she was 23,
Yeah.
I think. No, she had me when she was 25, and then my sister when she was 28.
Yeah. I got married like so young and it was literally just because like I didn't want to be like a single mom. Oh, so crazy. I can't imagine doing things I did now. So that's why it's like we should just lock these children up. That sounds crazy. But I mean, like, it's like you don't want them doing any like choices, like big choices until because it's like, bro, you're going to be 17 different people.
Yeah. I mean, even within the last year, I'm a completely different
Like, just
person.
a completely different person. I mean, we're the same,
Yeah.
like, we like the same music. Like, that, like, inner, like,
Yeah.
part is the same, but literally different. Just so many lifetimes. And, like, it's just crazy. I would never have done half the shit I did.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
What is wrong with us? Where's the time machine? Why don't we have a time machine yet?
If I could go back in time, I would just tell my dad to like not
You
do it.
couldn't then because you wouldn't be here. That's why.
I never fucking asked to be here. It's rough, dude. Rough.
Yeah, but it's cool now.
Yeah, I guess a little bit, yeah.
Bro, you just went on a one-person sabbatical. Sabbatical's the right word, right?
Kind of. Kind of.
One person inner healing journey to the magical, marvelous, magnetic Sedona, bought crystals by yourself, didn't get arrested.
Oh, I also saw a tarot lady who told me some fucking crazy shit. Okay, everything was cool until the very end where I was like, that's, I mean, it would be a fucking crazy.
Tell me what she said.
He told me, so I walk into her house and we sit down and she's like, okay, yeah, like here, shuffle these cards. And I'm shuffling and she asked me if I was seeing anyone. And I was like, kind of, I don't know, like, I don't know. And I was like, well, he's like younger than me. And then she like blurted out his age. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, when you said younger,
Are you getting married or not?
according to her, I'm getting engaged in January.
See, keep that ring, girl.
In February.
Holy shit!
And I was like, bitch, I have a cyst and a fucking polyp on my right ovary. I'm taking heavy duty birth control. There's no way. There's no way.
I don't know.
But I'm shuffling these cards and she like starts burping because like healer people, yeah, it's like pretty common. They're like burping up all this like bad or weird energy. She starts crying and she's like, I'm sorry. Can we go outside and do like a healing chakra cleansing meditation? You're carrying so much pain that
Oh,
doesn't belong to you.
that's nice, but also, ma'am, please cover your mouth.
No, she did.
Okay.
And I was like, you're not the first like healer psychic person to tell me that.
Yeah.
So fuck it. Let's go outside.
Yeah.
So we meditate for like 30, 45 minutes and she's going like up each chakra and she's like clearing out my heart chakra. And she's like, girl, there are hundreds of people's energy inside you.
You need to let go and let God.
Dude, yeah. So then she's like cleansing it all out. And then she told me the sweetest thing. She was like, so some people have an extra chakra and it's like right above your heart chakra and like you have it. It's
Did you have to pay more money?
No.
Okay.
Everything was the same.
I'm just kidding.
No. And she was like, yeah, you have a compassion chakra.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's similar, like for some reason, like your energy is very similar to that of Jesus. And it doesn't have to
Oh, Mother Teresa
thing. Like he was a very spiritual being, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, right?
And also Palestinian. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. Yes. So then so then she's like clearing it all out. Meanwhile, she's burping. Like burping, bro.
Bro, this is like,
it was crazy.
There's no way I could do it.
I was like very into, because she's taking me on this like
I
spiritual
get it.
journey, like,
and I love it. But if you're gonna be burping, that's insane.
Yeah. But I already knew like healers, that's how like it physically manifests. So like I wasn't weirded out by it, but yes, it was kind of just like I was trying not to giggle because I'm like, you're
Anthony gets so upset if I burp, and I'm gonna tell him now that it's because I'm a spiritual healer.
Yeah, tell him you're releasing negative energy.
Why do I burp around you, bro? No, we love Anthony. Okay, what did this witch say next?
So then she clears all my chakras and she tells me, she's like, so listen, I'm going to give you a couple of exercises that you can do to help protect your energy.
What?
so that you don't keep taking on other people's energy.
Yeah.
It's mixing with yours and
Yeah.
you don't know what pain belongs to you and which
Yeah.
belongs to other people. So I don't remember the other two, but the one that stood out to me that I fucking loved, it like resonated so much with me. She was like, imagine yourself inside a disco ball, okay? The disco ball is filled with like love and joy and kindness and the sun, and it's warm and it's so peaceful, and like you're just like this joyful person in there, like your whole self in there. And since a disco ball is made of little pieces of mirrors, imagine that when negative energy, or not even negative energy, but anyone else's energy and pain try to come at you, it's being reflected back. So when you go into work, like on your way to work, try to remember like you're in your disco ball. And like I do that all the time now. all the time is in like the last like 3 days.
Yeah. No,
But
that's
like
okay.
I remember that at work, like when there's a client.
3 days is a long time. In this timeline, it's a long time.
Like when a client's telling me like all this traumatic stuff.
It doesn't go in your ball. It just reflects
Yeah,
back.
I don't feel it as much. And
Yay.
so yeah, I've just been using that. And so yeah, it was crazy.
Isn't that weird how like one person can say something? When I was going through all this shit and the my kid's dad was taking me to court, like thought he was gonna like steal my kids or something. Yeah, right. But anyways, one of the things it's like when it's like high trauma, they make you like do counseling or like whatever these like groups. He never went to any, but I went and I had to pay like $50 for each one once a week. It was so crazy. But I was there and I wasn't like the problem person. Like, obviously, I was being triggered and that was a problem, but I wasn't like the instigator or like whatever. So I knew like a lot of this stuff, but mine was always reaction. Like, I would get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And then finally, I would be like, shut the fuck up. Don't fucking treat me like this. Get the fuck away. Like, I couldn't take it anymore.
And then he's like, see, she's crazy.
See, she's crazy. And I'd be like, what? And so I had to learn to not react, and that it wasn't real. And this lady was like, she was nuts. She was like, one of my favorite movies ever is Harold and Maude.
Oh.
Yes. And she looked like Maude and was just like out of control lady with red hair. And she'd always like be late and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is
chaotic.
This is this doesn't check out for where I'm at, but whatever. You seem really appropriate for this job. But she says this one thing, and she goes, just whatever I shared, she goes, Laura, it's raining outside. And I was like, ma'am, it isn't like sunny. And she's like, no, it's raining outside, but you can choose to bring an umbrella. Just use your fucking umbrella. And it was like crazy, but I have carried that, and it's been what, like 13 years. And I always think about that. It's so simple. It's nothing new, but in that moment it resonated, and I heard it. And so now it was always just like, and I always tell that to like other single moms or like people I've met throughout life. And I go, look, it's always raining, or like the weather's changing, whatever, but like you can choose how to react to this weather, like, period. And it was just, sometimes we just need that visual in that moment. It's almost like our meditation at that time, because we already know these things, right? But we're like tangible people, right? So we want something to hold on to in that moment. It's like our shield. And then we have like that shield, we have that piece to hold up and be like, well, I just, I use my umbrella, and I just think about it like so much, it's funny, but it helped me a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was like 3 hours and I love it. But I do want to say, you are like a whole different person. Do you feel it?
Yeah, dude. From
You're
the last
like,
time I saw you in
you're
person.
alive and you're like fully awake, and you like are like smiling, but not like just your face. Like, it's just like your whole being is so different, and I love it. Because I always like liked you, but she's like a bitch. She's like, she's like one of those people, like if she laughs at your jokes, you feel very special. And so I was like, I knew I was like in, but I was like, not enough, and I'm so happy for you that you're alive again, you
Yeah.
know. And do you know how this goes? Let the people know.
My name is Jenna, and I'm a special nobody.
Yes. Love it. I have to edit the shit out of these dog barks.